Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is JupiterJames, where I awaken the astrologer within you. You know, I really do feel that before a time of technology, we were a people that were better able to look up at the stars and understand the language of the universe. That way we were better able to understand exactly what the universe wanted from us. And so I'm just here behind this camera to remind you of the innate gift and the innate knowledge that you already have. That way you are able to interpret your birth chart, your friend's birth chart, and the people around you. That way we get to our dreams further and faster. So if that sounds good to you, today let's get into it. Today we're gonna get into Mars in the 7th house. Now, Mars in the 7th house is gonna give me someone who is very motivated in cultivating relationships and marriages and business partnerships. And they could also be met with a lot of flack and conflict as well. So before we unpack that deep aspect, let's go ahead and separate the aspects. That way we understand exactly what each individual aspect does and plays out in the universe before we combine them and get Mars in the 7th house, okay? So Mars in the birth chart for me is always going to show me the motivation of the person. What is this person driven by and driven towards? What is this person putting a lot of their life force into? What is this person willing to be tired for and tired because of, and puts a lot of passion towards the thing that Mars is sitting in, okay? So with the 7th house is Libra. Libra is the house, Libra is the sign of marriage, it's the sign of love and relationship, and it rules the 7th house, and that is gonna lend those themes of Libra to the 7th house. That's what the 7th house is. It's all about partnerships, relationships. You plus me equals, that's what your sign will be. You know, that's how you interact with the public, what your flavor is when you relate with people. How do you prefer to be related with, and how does the public relate with you? That is going to be your 7th house energy, okay? And that's going to be ruled by Libra and Venus. Always remember that. No matter what your sign may be coloring the 7th house, depending on your rising sign, it will change everyone's 7th house. But the original ruler will always be Libra and Venus, okay? Now, what happens when we take Mars, the planet of action and willpower and drive and passion and sometimes conflict, and we throw it into the 7th house of union and harmony and partnerships and love and relationships? What do we get? We get two things. We get a person that is going to be very motivated towards relationships and motivated towards cultivating relationships, but it's going to require some type of conflict. It's going to require some type of combativeness, at least initially, you know? They say that Mars is in its detriment in the 7th house because Mars is a very independent, conflict-driven, combative sign, and so that's going into a sign that is the opposite of that. That is going into a house that is opposite of that, you know? Now, depending on the sign that your 7th house may be in, it may lessen the effects of this, but when you have malefic in the 7th house, this is going to give you problems in that area. You're going to find that, you know, even though you have the best of intentions and you seek out relationships, sometimes you get a lot of conflict and you're like, wait, why do I have all these ops around me? Like, why do I have so many haters? Like, why when I reach out, people hit my hand when I reach out? You know, what is that about? Like, what is it that when I want to connect with people, I always get this wall up, or I tend to interact with people who just want to be very combative with me? And that could be if you have Aries in the 7th house, or if you have Scorpio in the 7th house, this could lend those themes of that. But if you just have the planet of Mars in the 7th house, this could lend those themes of like, okay, whoa, like I am always in conflict with others for some reason or another. Even when I am trying to be very agreeable or trying to be very even keel, I get people that just want to like go toe to toe with me. What is that about? And that's because you've got Mars in the 7th house of partnerships, and that's going to lend very combativeness with people. Now, what I would say, or what I would suggest with this placement, is to probably find yourself in businesses or in partnerships with people who don't necessarily need you around or need you to be one-on-one with them all the time. Like, if people can give you your autonomy and maybe your space while you are in partnership with them, or you don't have a manager that's hovering over your neck, then that could be a good relationship to lessen the effects of Mars, or Mars is going to be very happy with relationships like that. When you are in relations with people who want to be all up in your zhuzh, even though you say you want that and you think you want that, when that happens, you're probably like, ugh, why is this person always calling me? Why is this person always in my face? And literally, you could be the person that you could be dreaming. You could be like, oh my God, I just want someone to respect me and love me, and I just want to be in a relationship. I want to be in a relationship. And you can like cry about these things. The minute you get it, if it's too easy and that person is giving you the thing you say you want, you get bored very quickly. You're like, ugh, why is this person just so nice? Like, why is this person so like, ugh? So you see what I'm saying? So it's like a catch-22. This is kind of like having Venus and Aries, is that you seek these things out, but when it's too easy, you're like, wait, we need to spice this up. I need some passion, I need some hairpin, I need some toxicity, I need something. And that is just how you're going to be in your daily life, is that you're going to want to win and conquer in your relationships. You really are, whether you want it that way or not. That's just kind of the flavor that you take when it comes to relationships for whatever reason. But the main reason we're talking about is Mars in the 7th house, you know? But yeah, that's how you're gonna be. Now, if you have Mars in the 7th house, can you let me know what this means for you? Or if this is ringing true for you. Does this sound like you? Do you sound like someone that, you know, you seek out relationships and you want things to be fair and just, and you want to relate with others and you want to be in a romantic relationship, but you are always met with the one you want? Listen, the ones you usually want, either A, don't want you, or B, they want to tussle. And that for you, you're like, oh my God, I want this person even more. You know, that's how you are. What's the sign of your Mars in the 7th house? And that will let me know exactly what you could be experiencing. I'll write down in the comments below what you could be experiencing with your specific sign in Mars in the 7th house. Let me know what that can mean for you. But what I do know is that, you know, you will probably attract someone in your life, your marriage partner, who's going to be very independent, very confident in their own right. They're going to be someone who will go toe-to-toe with you, but they'll still want to be with you. You know, they're still going to like be just as aggressive, just as like competitive, but maybe make it a fun way, you know? And that's kind of what you want. That's the happy medium in what you want, is that you want someone who wants you and not needs you, and you want someone who is able to hold their own, and you want someone who isn't all up in your zhuzh all the time and still can go toe-to-toe. Like, you want to marry a very confident person who is in their own, doing their own thing and not all up in your zhuzh all the time. And yeah, that is Mars in the 7th house. If that sounds good to you, I will see y'all in the next video. All right, y'all have a good day. Bye.